Hi, this is Mitch from Swap Time, and I'm going to show you here at my work at Motech. I'm going to show you all the Gen 5 swaps we got going on. We have quite a few. Over 50% of our swaps now went from Gen 4 to Gen 5s. So I'll give you a little rundown on what we got going on. I'll start with my favorite, because this is my vehicle. We got a 96 Tahoe. I have a budget build. I threw in a L83 5.3 Gen 5 engine with a 6L80. This is my daily driver with, basically I use it to do all my work. I take a lot of work at home and I help local customers with their builds. So I need the space. But it's a pretty clean Tahoe, no rust. 4x4. Drives effortlessly. This is one of our favorite customers, Todd. He went all out in his build. He has a cantilever, rear suspension, which we did, and he even helped out. He did a lot of welding and wire looming, all sorts of stuff. He has this L86, which is a 6.2 truck engine with an 8L90. It has a double throwdown suspension. He just left it here. He left town for a little while. He was nice enough to let us do demo rides in it, but it'll smoke the 40s. Here's our first LT1 build. The LT1 has 450 horsepower, 450 foot-pounds of torque. It's almost done. We're just working out this air intake. There's very little room. The intake manifold sets very low. So as you can see, our fan is right here, throttle body's here. So we got a special boot and we'll make it work. And we work all the factory harnesses in-house. Here's the busman, a nice solid computer mount. Next, we got this build. It's a really nice Rubicon. It has the L86 with the 8L90 8-speed transmission, and it will smoke the 37s. Over here we got a Gen 4. I believe this is an L9H. It's Monica from Colorado. This is a 6.2 and it does not have the DOD. So these make good power, and it's kind of nice not having that system if you're not going to use it. You don't have to worry about lifters failing or anything. This has our first custom-made fuse panel. So Robbie 3D printed this. And basically, we take a brand new harness from GM, and it's all plug and play. So our fuse box plugs directly into the GM harness, just like OEM. This is Rich Armburst. He has an L83 6L80 swap. This is one of the first ones I tried. I'm using an external PWM fan controller. So this will control the brushed fan. That way the GM computer controls it perfectly based off AC pressure and coolant temp. We got a 6-liter build here. Just getting the easy system. This is a factory fuse plug. That plugs right into our fuse box. This is a local customer. We're just doing a few odds and ends. There's a supercharged factory engine in it. This one's really clean. This is a California build with a brand new crate L83. So we've already had this running. We're just messing with the serpentine setup. We're using the Holly drive on this to adapt our own Jeep brackets to it, just to try something different. Here's an L83. Fortunately, this engine was bad, so it got replaced. You can get a good view of the fuel system. This is oil pressure. This is for your AFM and DOD. You see your fuel injection high pressure rails. And the wiring harness for it is pretty much standalone, as you can see. This plugs into the engine harness here. This is fuel rail pressure, so this goes up to about 3,000 psi. Look at those ports. They're massive. They flow a ton of air. Same with the exhaust ports. Here's the air pump. It doesn't have to be used, you can delete it. We use it. It's not in the way of anything. It gives a very powerful vacuum supply. This is a L86 6L80E build. It's a Curry suspension and chassis. This will be going together pretty quickly. Here's the 8-speed transmission. You can tell it's an 8-speed by the plug. Actually, this is not 8-speed, this is a 6L80. You'll see the plug is a little smaller. I'll show you what an 8L90 plug looks like. This one up in the air has the 6.2 L86 8-speed. Mad Max build. This thing's kind of crazy looking. All the old Jeep engines. Here's Robbie, the owner. This is his personal Jeep. We do a lot of testing in it. This is a beautiful build. This is a L86 8-speed as well. Same chassis as the Curry I just showed you. It rides beautifully. So this is out of a Cadillac. This is a 6.2 8-speed build. You kind of see a trend, a lot of 6.2 8-speed combos. The 8-speed has better torque multiplication. And really it's what comes with most of 6.2s now. But here you can see the plug. It's completely different, it's massive. This is an easy way spot at 8L90 versus a 6L80. Here's another L83 6L80 combo. This thing drives amazing. It's on 35-inch tires. It's a great daily driver. Plenty of power, good gas mileage, lots of torque. And wow, we got another hidden L86 with the 8L90. This is going to Iceland, but this is a pretty good view of our power steering bracket. It uses a Jeep pump off 2012 and newer JKs. You see the water pump is heavily offset to the driver's side. A lot different from the Gen 4s and Gen 3s. Really beefy. See how tall the truck intake is. So a lot of Gen 5 builds. Looks like right now probably almost 70% of our builds are Gen 5s. But we've learned a lot. We're one of the first ones to start doing these swaps, so we're getting them dialed in pretty well. Sometimes I do have to do some custom tuning when torque management comes into effect. These, just to run these use torque management, they idle at foot-pounds. It's very different, so you can't delete the torque management, you have to tune it. But so far the 6.2s, the Gen 5s, don't need too much tuning. They're just fine. They'll go to max throttle and the timing's right. But the 5.3s we're finding out, I think they're detuned from the factory And a lot of times in first gear, they're not going to 100% throttle, and the timing will be low around 5 degrees. So I have to do some modifications in the tune to get it back up to where it needs to be. Well, thanks for watching Swap Time. As you can see, we got a buttload of Jeeps here. A lot of swaps going on. So if anyone's interested in doing a Gen 5 swap and a Wrangler, we're the ones to go to. And even if it's in a muscle car or wherever you want to do it in, we can help with the harness. We can do standalones pretty easy. Alright, thanks for viewing. Bye.